question. Please say less. Please say less.
Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Sports Authority Field. The rookie Carlos Henderson on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their third-year QB out of Northwestern, Trevor Siemian.
What a ride he's been on these last few years. I remember seeing him in high school before he went to Northwestern. Didn't get on the field all that much there, and then got to Denver as a seventh-round pick and ended up starting the season opener in 2016 for the defending Super Bowl champs.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
A team that was consistently in the top five just a few seasons ago. They finished 27th overall in offense in 2016. A combination of uncertain line play and inconsistent quarterbacking, I think, led to that ranking.
To throw on second is Siemian. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Mebane breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down following the run.
Detroit! Back down in Philly, here we go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. And that one results in 35 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They go play action here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And they'll want to hold on to that football. That is the first NFL touchdown scored by the Los Angeles Chargers.
The AFL championship that day against the Houston Oilers. So how about that? A return for the L.A. Chargers, triumphantly finding the end zone.
And a ball that will live in the trophy case for years to come. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Simeon. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, it allowed.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good and sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Try to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. That is incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. And he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception.
Once, tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. To throw with Simeon. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
I think people underestimated how important fundamentals are, because Joey Bosa's hand placement, hand usage, and ability to beat guys in front of him to get to the quarterback is pretty good for a young player.
Yeah, 10.5 sacks last year as a rookie, led all rookies.
Only played 12 games, too.
That's a good point. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. Look at the dance and the juke. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Simeon now on second down. A dump off to Anderson. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, Anderson. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. And he spots Henderson open left side. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They run. Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
They tried to, chomping at the bit. I mean, all off season, wanting to get back in form, get back on the field, show that production that he had previously, and getting into the end zone, that's a big statement for him.
It's got to be just like a breath of fresh air. Like, here we go, last year behind me, let's move forward.
Good point. Shed it and move on.
So out come the Chargers. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Broncos are behind right now, but the...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. How about that? Their quarterback, 75 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, here's Simeon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Here we go now.
From the gun, here's Simeon. On the right side, caught by Green. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Here we go. Boom,
On first down, it's Simeon. Green's got it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Got it left. Got it left. Set. 3-19.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 10th carry now for Anderson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. And now it's second and goal. Now a run with Anderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And McManus able to put it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They find some open field here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. For Gordon, he saw his total touchdowns jump from 0 as a rookie to 12 last year. He's got his first in 2017.
And remember, he didn't finish the season last year due to an injury. So there's room to grow on that 12-touchdown threshold that he established. And he always adds something new to his game. Look out. He could have a big year in 2017.
On the return is Henderson. A nice little juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
They've got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Simeon. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
And now running right through it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On first down, Simeon. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 14. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's no doubt they'd love to get more production out of the tight end position. And with the addition of Jake Butt out of Michigan, healthy, he's a move tight end who can make those kind of plays.
But a youngster, and these quarterbacks pretty young. They would love to have a strong tight end to throw to. 10 more there and another first down. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
Well, he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
He gets away from one. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go now.
On second down, Anderson. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Green 39! Green 39!
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Watch left. Tight end left. All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Simeon. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Simeon. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. He'll take it at the 42. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think of
again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. They're looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week, but still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Simeon on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Again, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. To the air again, Simeon. The swing pass caught, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. And this.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you.